Okay, this is video 2 for today. We're going to go ahead and talk about some garments here. I also had a question about my air pillow. Could you take it out and show us your air pillow? Sure, I have it right here. As you can see, it's very small and it's super light. It weighs hardly anything. It says it weighs 85 grams. Probably excluding this bag that weighs practically nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out real quick. I've had this for like 13, 15 years, something like that. Maybe it's like 15 years. I got this in my air mattress on the recommendation of a couple of Gurkhas. And these guys had also both climbed Mount Everest in their spare time in Nepal. So I figure, if they use these and they recommended them. So I figure if they're using them and they recommend them, then that's good enough for me. And I have not had any issues with this whatsoever. So, like it says, Climate, K-L-Y-M-I-T, Cush Recon, right? So it says it right there. Anyway, folds out, it's kind of long. It's got a lock on it, so you unlock it and then you pull the valve out and then you blow into it. Notice how it deflates when I just take my lips off, right? So there's a technique to this. I'm doing this on purpose. So I'm going to blow it up, and then I'm going to push. And when I push, it closes. And then I can take my mouth off, and then I can lock it. Okay? So it automatically pops up after you've unlocked it. Gotta watch the mustache hair. Anyway, so yeah, sometimes that can be kind of a difficult situation there with the mustache. Alright, so as you can see, it kind of is just it's just a bunch of airbags, right? So that's all it is. You could fold it up, lay on it like that, or you can fold it like this, and lay on it like that. You could do anything you want to it. It says you could even sit on it, but I don't think I'd put my. I don't think I would do that. Considering my weight, a little over 200. And, yeah, I don't know if I would do that. But anyway, unlock it, pop it up, and then just, fold it up, roll it up, and all the extra air comes out, and you're done. So what I do is I go ahead and I push it shut with my teeth. That's what I do. I push it shut with my teeth, kind of hold my lips away. Sometimes the doggone mustache and beard hairs get in the way. And then, hold that down, get that locked off, and then there you go. So what I do is I kind of max it because I know I'm going to lose a little air fiddling around with it. And also, I don't really feel that it's good that you have it completely maxed out anyway, because then it's going to be like stressing to, you know, the product. Now, of course, this stuff is all welded seams, so I just unlocked it, pop it open. There you go. Yeah, but that's it right there. That's the Climate Cushion Recon, right? That's what they call it, Cush Recon. Yeah. Anyway, it's real easy to deal with. So I had that email, and the email on wool, and so, you know, I talked about how I like to mix and match all my stuff. You know, we're in the spring right now. We'll be coming into summer soon. But spring, summer, autumn, you don't have to be real concerned with like heavy sleeping bags and stuff. You just got to have a few lightweight items. Alright? So I got 3 things here. There's another thing that I have too, but it's packed in a rucksack, so I wasn't going to go digging for it. But you guys already know what it is. It's the Snugpak Jungle Blanket. Okay? That's a good product. You should buy one. Now this is the Snugpak Enhanced Patrol Poncho Liner with Travel Loft or Travel Soft or whatever the insulation they call it. It's really good for what it is. It's very lightweight, very easy to compress. Now on mine, I sewed the sides shut, okay, because I did not care about using this as a blanket, right? Because if I'm going to wear this, and if I'm going to sleep with this, I'm just going to put it on. I'm going to put it on, and if I sew up the sides, then it's acting like a blanket anyway, right? So I've used this in the winter underneath a battle smock. So I just put it on and then go ahead and gather it up at the waist and then pull the hem tight on the smock and keep it up in there, right? And you know, 20 below, walking around outside, no problem. All right. All right. So as you can see, I've got a wool watch cap on, right? But I don't have any issues getting this thing on because, you know, it's a little bit slick, right? So it'll slide right over. This is one thing why I like this to use with my wool stuff, right? Like my wool anorak, for instance, right? It allows me to layer 2 layers of wool and not have any issues. There won't be any binding issues. It'll just slide right on, okay? Now, why do I like this so much? Number one, there's several reasons why I like the Snugpak Patrol Poncho Liner, okay? And this is not a review, but it is my experience, so you could take it for what it's worth, you know, probably, like I said, 13, 15 years, something like that. So, super lightweight, warm for its weight. When you layer it, it shines. If you don't layer it, it is highly, highly wind resistant. So I have worn this outside just to see how it would react in a cold wind in the winter, and it was good. Okay, it's water resistant. It's wind resistant. So it's highly wind resistant. It's water resistant. Warm when wet. lightweight, right? So this is Snugpak, and then the Snugpak Jungle Blanket is lightweight. It's made the same stuff, I think. Alright, so if you're trying to put together a lightweight kit, travel light, these are things you need to think about. Alright. Why do I like this? Is because of those things, plus it has sleeves, right, that you can put your arms in. So I put my arms in here, now I got sleeves. I got a hood, integrated hood. One thing that I found on this garment is that the elastics have worn out over the years. They've worn out, and I'm going to replace them. I'm going to replace them. Actually, it's likely I'll just replace them with paracord because, you know, don't really need elastics. So one thing you could do is you could use this as a built-in neck gaiter. If you don't want this over the top of your head, okay, just use it as a built-in neck gaiter and then put your headgear on top, whatever you're choosing to use. So I can use this in conjunction with my new Helicon Tex, right? So if I want to, in the winter, I can have this on the outside and the Helicon Tex on the inside, okay? For, you know, because this is brown, and that's tiger stripe, right? Anyway, you can combine these two. So if you want to be lightweight and warm, you can combine these two up. All right. Since I sewed the sides up on the Snugpak, there's not going to be any air sneaking around to get at me. Okay, just go ahead, lock that off. Now, I talked about in my review this thing sneaking, okay, the strap sneaking out. You just throw you an overhand there, it won't go nowhere. Alright, so now I got that, and wear it basically anorak style if I want. So I could actually wear this setup right here, probably in a, you know, while I'm out walking. I could probably get 10 below walking. Alright. Of course, I would be wearing, you know, appropriate wool long underwear underneath of, say, like a light jacket, maybe. You know, because you got to remember when you're outside, even in winter, if you're moving, you're gonna heat up. And if you're overdressed, then you're going to overheat. Okay? Come back in another one. We will come back in another one. And we will continue this conversation because I have another garment here. So these are just things for you to think about, all right? Now, right now, this is going to be for my spring, summer, autumn. Okay, probably wouldn't even take a sleeping bag at all, just a bivy bag, right, for water resistance. All right, guys, I will come back and I'll see you there.